Hey Sting, welcome back to Noise News.
We're so excited to share the news with you, so let's get right into it.
As most of you have probably seen outside, Spectrum has started construction on a new building to make room for the 5th graders coming in next year.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I just don't know a ton about it.
Well, lucky for you, we have a story on the 5th grade edition this week.
Oh, nice. Take it away, team.
There will be several additions to Spectrum next year, including 5th grade and the new athletic center.
Wanting to expand our athletics and fine arts programs for a number of years. And we've also been wanting to be able to capture students a little earlier to help better prepare them as they come into our middle school. So we sort of put all of that together. And by adding 5th grade, we're able to do that, both things, because more students means we have more access to funding, which allows us to do both. We were hoping to do both the field house and the Performing Arts Center. Unfortunately, financing didn't allow for that. So we're going to start with the field house. But the idea was bring kids in earlier, meet the needs of our community, because there's a lot of interest. We are planning on 75 5th graders for the first year, and we are already at 68. And so we're well on our way, and we haven't even held our lottery yet. So we feel pretty good about that. So obviously the need was there. The board has been wanting to go in this direction for a while. 5th grade wasn't necessarily on our plans, but it came at a good time, and we saw a need within the community. So we decided to move forward.
It seems like when you build a facility like this, it kind of becomes the hub of everything you do. It's kind of the stamp of your campus. And it's just I think it's gonna bring a great addition to an already successful program that's gonna take us to the next level.
Spectrum has a history of building additions.
So we used to actually be only over on the athletic fields in portables. Then they moved into this building. Then we built the 6th grade building. Then we built the 7-8 building. Then we built the parking lot. Then we built that. And in the meantime, we've also been adding things over at the fields to develop those. And now we're finally at the point. When I first started here 10 years ago, I said 2 things I think you need. You need a field house, and you need a performing arts center. 5 years after that, we created our strategic plan, and in that plan, we put both of those things. So now, 5 years later, we're on the steps of completing our field house, and then right after that comes the Performing Arts Center.
These are exciting changes for the Spectrum community.
It's going to really be a game changer. It's going to allow, in the athletic complex, we're going to have the 3 main courts, a running track on the side, a weight room, which is huge. I think Spectrum has done a great job competing at the conference level. I think the thing that needs to be improved is bringing a weight training program into our athletic program, and the overall space and the aspects that this facility is going to provide us will be able to give us a better shot at competing at that section level, making it to state, things like that.
I'm excited about it because for me it is a culmination of 10 years of trying to get to this point. I'm excited for our school and the growth that is going to come in our programs, helping us to take all of our athletic teams to the next level, and then being able to eventually get our Performing Arts Center in place. And it's just one of the steps to get to that.
The addition of the 5th grade and the new athletic center are changes coming to Spectrum that will continue the growth of our community. This has been Ann, Caden, and Naomi, Noise News.
Great story, team.
I definitely know a lot more about the logistics of adding a 5th grade building to Spectrum.
Good. I learned a few things as well.
Abby, it's time for my favorite part of the show.
Is it sports?
Sports! Take it away, team.
Caden, I'm glad you're excited for sports. I am too. It's not busy this week. All there is practice for most of the sports, and on Saturday, baseball has scrimmages against Cambridge, Isanti, and Litchfield. That's all for this week. Back to you, Abby and Caden.
Thanks, team.
Abby, have you heard about the projects the seniors are doing right now?
The senior capstone?
Yeah?
Well, there are so many cool projects with different causes. I've heard some really cool stories from our seniors.
Ooh, someone that had a really cool project was Ashley Coley.
Yeah, and I think we have a story on her and her project.
We do. Take it away, team.
Here at Spectrum, in a student's senior year, students partake in a special project known as Senior Capstone. Many ideas and events are sprouted as a result of this project. One of the unique ones this year is done by senior Ashley Coley.
My project this year is on sustainable fashion. My favorite part is basically pretending to be an influencer.
I really liked Ashley's sustainable fashion project because it was really unique and something that I had not seen a senior do before, and it was something that she's really passionate about. I think the sustainable fashion project stood out to me because it was just really unique and interesting, and she did something I haven't seen before, and I think the way that she went about it and how detail oriented and how it was the presentation of it, her flyer, everything from a flyer to like her connections with the community was just very solid, and she did a really great job of putting that together. But also it was just a concept I hadn't seen. You know, I'd never seen somebody we haven't had somebody that passionate about sustainable fashion, and I've learned a lot through her project, and just seeing her connect in that way with the community as well has been cool.
With such a big project, the question comes up, how did you get inspired to do such a unique project?
I know I didn't want to take the traditional route of like making blankets, and I have a big influence on fashion and what I wear on a day-to-day basis, and I wanted to incorporate that. And I know that sustainable fashion has been on the rise recently, especially with like fast fashion companies now like being put on blast for their production. And so I was trying to figure out how to way to do so, and I know that that people just don't feel like getting out of their homes, so I just felt like it's better to use social media because people like to scroll and it's more accessible. Yeah. I'm already good at like using the internet to my advantage, and I'm very good at catering to what people want to see, but still portraying an important message. So I was able to do that with like using Canva, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I think I grew up in the culture where you always have to look your best no matter what, especially when you're out in public. And I think that this generation has a very big emphasis on what you wear nowadays, and whether it's you conform or whether or not you conform to society's norms of fashion. I think fashion has always been a way of expressing yourself, so it's important to have that and be sustainable while doing so.
Now that we have a highlight on one of the senior capstone projects, why is it required in Spectrum?
I think it's really important because it sets our seniors apart from other seniors in the community, in that our seniors engage with the community. They also pursue a passion that they have, whether that is connecting their legacy into something that they really enjoy doing, or maybe it's connecting with a future career. But just to see the students kind of use the skills that they have gained throughout their entire high school and put it to work in a way that really fuels them in some way, or to put it into a tangible project. It's just a really valuable experience for our seniors and our students. And
Ashley Coley's senior capstone project was only one out of the many senior capstone projects present here at Spectrum. Senior capstone truly is an assignment where people can indulge in their interests and show it off to their fellow students. This has been Maddie, Noise News.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm so glad that I got to learn more about what they're doing.
Hey Abby, you know what else is really cool? Band had their solo ensemble contest, and they've got an excellent score.
That's so impressive.
Yeah, we actually have a story on the contest.
Oh, nice.
Take it away, team.
On Monday, February 10th, Spectrum went to Rockford, Minnesota to perform their solo ensemble pieces. Through their hard work, they managed to get multiple superior and excellent ratings, the two highest ratings available to earn. This achievement wasn't just the work of one day, it took practice. Different students all had different ways to practice.
Me and my duet partner Melania practiced practiced several times a week for a couple months.
We mostly practiced in the band office a lot. We practiced it individually outside of class, never together.
Through practice, these students found many strategies that worked best for them.
We broke it down measure by measure and focused on being in sync with our note placements.
To have a metronome and someone to like be there to help us get counted off and like just have all around together when doing it.
Before the performance, the wait was incredibly long for some students, taking up to 3 hours.
The performance part of it got over fairly fast and quick. The judge did ask us to play our different parts a few times, but that was about it.
The students did propose some changes in solo ensemble so that they may be more prepared next year.
I think we need a bigger bus or a separate way to put our instruments in, like a van or a trailer. And additionally, I think we need more practice rooms.
Having a bigger bus to get to solo ensemble, that thing was packed.
Despite these small criticisms, the students had the same message for you if you were thinking about doing solo ensemble.
Absolutely. I think it's a really good way to develop your skills and to have some fun with your friends. Just make sure you pick your piece with enough time in advance.
This has been Tucker Marjama, Noise News.
Wow, I'm so proud of how well they did.
Yeah, me too.
You know what else I'm excited for?
What?
Prom!
Kaden, you're not even going to prom.
Yeah, but I love seeing all the cool pictures, dresses, suits, and the amazing memories people make.
Yeah, you can buy prom tickets now.
Hey, don't we have a commercial about prom?
Yeah, take it away, team.
Hey seniors and juniors, guess what's coming to town? This year's prom. Tickets are $85 in Infinite Campus. This year's theme is Secret Garden. Dress up in your best floral wear to stun the crowd. Prom is held April 12th from 7 to 11 p.m. And there's a grand march just before prom at 4:30. Additionally, at prom, seniors and juniors can invite any freshman or sophomore to take along with them. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week.
This has been Caden.
And Abby.
Keeping you
in on the noise.
Yay!